In Arizona, real estate, the accuracy of property details in advertising is not just a matter of professionalism, it is a legal requirement grounded in ARS Title 32, Chapter 20, and Commissioner's Rules R4 28 502 and R4 28 1101. Every piece of information a licensee communicates to the public, including the property's size, acreage, and signage, must be truthful and verifiable. False or misleading representations, even if made unintentionally, can lead to violations of ARS Section 32-2153A3 for misrepresentation or ARS Section 32-2153B3 for making false promises. These laws exist to protect consumers from deceptive marketing practices and to uphold the integrity of Arizona's real estate industry. When advertising property details, such as acreage, square footage, or lot dimensions, licensees must use only information that is accurate and derived from reliable sources. The Commissioner's Rule R4 28 1101 requires licensees to exercise reasonable care in obtaining and communicating material information. This means agents should verify measurements through public records, county assessor data, or survey documents, rather than relying on prior listings, seller statements, or online estimates. For example, if a listing states that a parcel is 2 acres, the agent must confirm this figure through county plat maps or official records before using it in marketing materials. If an agent advertises a larger acreage than actually exists, the misrepresentation can lead to consumer harm and potential license suspension. The Arizona Court of Appeals in Fickett versus Superior Court, 1976, affirmed that a licensee's duty includes ensuring the truthfulness of statements made to induce a real estate transaction. Thus, even negligent misrepresentation of property size can violate the law. A practical example of this responsibility can be seen in rural property sales. If a real estate agent lists a ranch property in Pinal County and advertises it as 5.0 acres, when in fact the survey shows it is 4.63 acres, that discrepancy, although minor, could be grounds for disciplinary action. Similarly, advertising irrigated land or horse property when water rights or zoning do not support those uses could mislead buyers. To avoid violations, agents should always confirm acreage, zoning designations, access rights, and utility availability before including them in any advertisement. When information cannot be confirmed, the advertisement should clearly state information deemed reliable but not guaranteed to clarify that verification is required. Another essential aspect of real estate advertising compliance involves signage. Signs are among the most visible and regulated forms of advertising in Arizona, and they must comply not only with ADRI regulations, but also with local municipal codes and private community rules, such as those enforced by homeowners associations, HOAs. Under R4 28 502E, every sign advertising a property for sale, lease, or rent must clearly display the employing broker's name as licensed with the ADRE. This identification must be legible and prominently placed so that the public can easily recognize who is responsible for the advertisement. For example, a for sale sign in a property yard must include the brokerage name in print that is at least as large as the agent's name. Failure to do so constitutes a violation of the rule, even if the sign contains correct contact information. In addition to the broker identification requirement, ARS Section 322163 governs for sale or for rent signs on properties under exclusive listing agreements. According to this statute, a licensee may only place a sign on a property with the owner's written consent. This rule prevents agents from placing signs on properties without authorization, a practice sometimes referred to as sign poaching. For example, If an agent places their sign on a property that another broker has listed, or on a home that is not actively for sale, it is considered an ethical and legal violation. The ADRE enforces this rule strictly, as unauthorized signage misleads the public and undermines trust in the real estate industry. HOAs and local jurisdictions may impose additional restrictions on sign placement. Many cities, such as Scottsdale and Gilbert, have sign ordinances that regulate the size, number, and location of real estate signs. For example, a municipality may prohibit placing signs in public rights-of-way or restrict them to specific hours for open houses. Licensees must comply with both ADRE rules and local codes simultaneously. If a licensee violates a city ordinance or HOA rule while advertising a listing, it can result in fines or disciplinary action under R4-28-502A for engaging in improper advertising. Licensees must also remember that all signs, regardless of type, fall under the ADRE's definition of advertising in ARS Section 3221012. This includes yard signs, directionals, open house signs, and banners. Therefore, every sign must reflect compliance with the same advertising standards as digital and print media, clear broker identification, truthful property representation, and owner authorization. For instance, a sign that reads, "Coming soon," or "under contract," must still display the employing broker's name and cannot exaggerate or misrepresent the property's availability or status. A relevant real-world case involved an agent who placed "for sale" signs along a busy roadway, leading to a rural subdivision, but did not identify the employing broker on the directional arrows. The ADRE determined that these signs violated R4-28-502E because the broker's name was missing, even though the signs included the agent's phone number. The agent received a formal reprimand and a civil penalty, highlighting how even small signage errors can lead to disciplinary action. Review summary. Arizona's laws governing advertising of property details require licensees to exercise accuracy, honesty, and verification in all representations under ARS Section 32-2-153A3 and R4-2-8-1101I. Agents must confirm property size, acreage, and other material facts through reliable sources before advertising. Signage must include the employing broker's name and comply with local ordinances and HOA restrictions. Signs can only be placed with the property owner's written permission, as required by ARS Section 32-2163. Misrepresenting acreage, placing unauthorized signs, or omitting the broker's name can result in penalties, suspension, or loss of license. Discussion: why is it important for agents to verify property acreage before advertising? Answer: because under R4-28-1101I, licensees must exercise reasonable care to ensure all material information, such as property size, is accurate and not misleading. What must appear on all yard signs and property advertisements under Arizona law? Answer: the employing broker's name as licensed with ADRA, in a clear and prominent manner under R4-28-502E. Can a real estate agent place a "for sale" sign on a property without written permission from the owner? Answer: no. Doing so violates ARS Section 322163, which requires written consent before any signage is displayed. Closing remarks. Advertising property details is where professional ethics meet legal compliance in Arizona real estate. Every statistic, feature, and sign represents the agent's credibility and the brokerage's integrity. By ensuring that all information, especially acreage and signage, is accurate, verified, and authorized, licensees uphold their duty of honesty to the public. These laws are not meant to burden professionals, but to maintain transparency and fairness in the market. In real estate advertising, Accuracy is not just best practice, it is a legal obligation and the foundation of consumer trust.